Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to how to build a lead generating Facebook page in 3 days or less. Now you may be thinking to yourself, why 3 days, Joe? Surely it just takes minutes to build a page. And in fact it actually does. You can build a Facebook page in 30 seconds flat, but what I want to show you is how to build a lead generating Facebook page. So that's why we're going to spend the next couple of days just running through all the different key strategies you can use and put in place on your page to really drive those customers to your product or your service. Okay? So, as you already know, my name is Jo Barnes, and I am going to be guiding you through creating your fantastic Facebook page, which is going to have customers flocking to your business. Now, do excuse my flocking birds. I did want sort of birds floating down the page, but my technical skills don't quite go that far, so you've got a picture of flocking birds there. Now, I may pop in and out from time to time during the presentation. Hello. Do excuse my headphones. They're like the biggest headphones in the world. But they're to ensure that you can hear me properly and that the sound is good on these videos. So as I say, I may pop in and out from time to time through the presentation to point out something that's really important, something that I really want you to remember. Okay, so we may be seeing each other a little bit more on this presentation. Now, if you feel that this course may benefit other people, friends, colleagues, clients, customers, family, anybody, please feel free to share the link. It's totally free on the powerhouses of social media out there, which are, of course, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube, our new brother to the social media community, Pinterest, and any other social media sites you may want to get it out there on. And if you do go to tweet it, then please use hashtag SNA free timeline course. Hashtag SNA free timeline course. Okay, so introductions over, general thing done. Just very quickly, over the next 3 days, we are going to be covering, today we're going to be looking at actually how to build your page and the important things you need to think about when building your page. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at adding really cool apps to your page to generate leads, to increase engagement, to make sure that people are coming to your page and then they're staying on your page when they get there. On day 3, we're going to be really going through how to get seen on Facebook, how to quickly grow your page, how to get those fans over there, how to make sure that you're in people's news feeds. And then on day 4, this is kind of like an extra day because we're going to have built your page by then. But on day 4, I'm going to be giving you the secret to profiting from Facebook. How do you actually turn all of this into cold, hard cash? So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so let's get straight into it with day 1. What we're going to be doing today is looking at the most important things to consider when creating your lead generating page. So just before we head online and actually start creating our page, I'm just going to run through what some of the most important things are to consider when, even before you start to build your page. So first of all, you want to think about your page name. Now you may think, okay, well this is really simple. My business name is X, so surely my page name is simply going to be the same. And in most cases that may actually be the case, but there are some things that you want to consider. So of course the first thing is your company brand. Okay, so what is my company, what is my brand, what is my page name? Boom, that's what it is. The second thing you want to think about though is my page name compelling? So for instance, our original page was called Free Fan Page Templates. That's a pretty compelling title because people know what they're going to get from that name. Our new page is called The Social Networking Academy. It's actually not as compelling. Even though it's our company name, it's not as compelling as the first name that we chose for our original business. So even if your business, even if your brand is something you do just want to start thinking to yourself, is that compelling? Do I want to call my page my actual brand name? Or do I want to be a little bit more creative and think of something else? And there's no real right or wrongs, guys. Remember, Facebook is not yet, it may well be, it's not yet a complete search engine. So there's no real right or wrongs with this. But your page name needs to represent your brand and really be compelling. And I'm going to talk you through how we're going to do that soon. The other thing that you may not have considered yet is Facebook ads. Now, what happens with Facebook ads is when you send ads to your page internally, Facebook automatically takes the page name as the title of your ad. Now, this isn't a tutorial on how to use Facebook ads, but You can send people to an external URL and choose your own title, but that results in higher cost per clicks, so it costs you more money. So it's actually more cost effective to send people inside of Facebook. And you want to be thinking now, really, how is my name going to look on a Facebook ad? So for instance, this is one of our ads, and it has the Social Networking Academy at the top. Now, we found that we're experiencing a lot higher click-through rates if actually that ad says profit from social media. So we're actually thinking of changing our name, our page name at the moment, to profit from social media with the Social Networking Academy. And because an app will only allow a certain amount of characters, it actually shows on the ad as profit from social media with ... So my page name then, all of a sudden, it represents my brand because it's called the Social Networking Academy. It's compelling because it says profit from social media with the Social Networking Academy. So profit from social media is the compelling section. It's going to work in Facebook ads when I send them directly back to my page. And the last thing you need to consider is the URL for your brand or your page name available? So for instance, we have the URL facebook.com/social networking academy. We also have the URL facebook.com/profit from social media. So, we can start to play with those URLs. So you want to start thinking about that as well, and I'm going to go through with you in a second, show you where you get your URL. The second thing you want to start thinking about is your page or your category. Now, the only real main differences are the two ones I've highlighted here. So the community page, that is a page that once it hits 10,000, Facebook can take over the publishing rights of that page. So that's less for a business or an organization and more for a topic that you think the general community of Facebook is going to be interested in. Okay, but as I said, once that hits 10,000 fans, then Facebook can and quite often does take over the publishing rights of that page, and you will lose control of that page. You're just kind of starting a movement really with a community page. The other main difference is a local business or place. This is going to affect your about section, and it's also going to affect some certain things that you can do within your page, because a local business or a place actually requires an address. You're going to be able to have people checking in. You're going to be able to do Facebook offers, although I think that's now expanding to mainstream pages as well. You're going to be able to use a little thing called recommendations, so people can recommend the page, and your about section is actually going to show the details of your business, address, telephone number, that kind of stuff. So we'll look at that a bit more as we go through. But the other ones are fairly similar all the way through. I tend to use really company or brand or product, but if obviously you're a public figure, then you want to be using a public figure. If you're in entertainment, then you want to be using that. Okay, so but the other four are fairly similar. The main difference just is in some of the things that you're going to put in the basic information, which I'll show you shortly. Okay, so then you want to be thinking about your brand. Okay, we now have this huge piece of real estate right at the top of your page, which is our timeline cover image. This is now a great place that you can showcase your brand and show everybody the type of business you are, and really go all out and be as creative as you want to be, as kooky, as funky, as crazy, as professional, as whatever you think your audience is going to respond to. You can now go for it with this fantastic, great big cover image right at the top. And then the other key areas for images on the page are your profile photo and the app graphic. So here it is on the Red Bull brand. You can see that there's the timeline cover image at the top there. Then there's their profile photo where they've used their logo in that little box. And then the app graphics are the little graphics that you can now put on top of welcome pages, landing pages, competition pages, all sorts of pages that you can use and that we're going to be using to help you drive customers, engage customers, and turn those customers into clients, and turn those prospects into clients and customers. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's head over to Facebook and let's create a page.